Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on how to curve text in Cricut Design Space. And as you can see here, I have this beautiful design that says "Here comes the sun." So I will show you how to curve that top part of this design. The first thing that we're going to do is upload the SVG of the sun. I did find this on Google. It was very simple. It was just a PNG image of this little sun. If you want to use this for personal use, you can totally go on Google and just save the image. But if this was for commercial use, you would have to buy the rights for the image. Next, let's change it to yellow because the sun is of course yellow. And now we can enter the text. I'm going to start off with sun because it is very simple. I downloaded this font from Creative Fabrica, which I will link below. You can download it as well. I love this font because it is like two fonts in one. So if you do, I think lowercase, it goes into the script, and if it's uppercase, it goes into this cute little basic font. So here I type sun, and then we're going to adjust the letter spacing, which is just making the letters a little bit closer together since a script font is typically all connected. So once we like it, I'm adjusting the size a little bit to see where I want it, and then I grouped it. And I centered it horizontally first before I grouped it. Now let's do the part that we've all been waiting for, is to the curved text. So you can see here, oh, it's actually in caps. It has like this little cutesy font. You can use this, by the way, but I want to use a more simpler font. I'm going to go with the font Avenir next, I think it's called. It comes with everyone's laptop, computer, Windows or Mac, and I'm going to adjust the letter spacing just slightly because I wanted that spaced out effect. I'm going to move the sun and then put the text above it. And as you can see right above, we have this little curve option. So I don't know if you've noticed, but it's always been there. And if you move it to the right, it's going to curve the design down. And if you move it left, it's going to curve the design up. And this depends on what the design is and how you want it. I really wanted the text to be aligned with the bottom of the sun rays. You will have to kind of adjust the size a little bit and adjust the curve to depending where you want it to be. I like to just make it as closely as I possibly can so there's enough space. And it looks pretty aligned right there. So again, you could center it horizontally, and that is how you curve the text. Now, a lot of the times, it won't be that easy. What they don't tell you in these videos, which I'm going to give you a little inside scoop here, is that some of these fonts add too much space in between the words. So you can see in between here and comes, and then comes and the, there's a big space difference, which I don't like, versus the Avenir font, it was much easier. So say you ungrouped everything, and then you wanted to group the words, like you would with any other design. And then you wanted to just move the words together and adjust them and then group the entire word together. The curve option is not there anymore, so I can click and see it's not there. So I don't know why Cricut Design Space doesn't have this option, but I feel like they should. If you have a font like this that has too many spaces in between, what you can do is curve the text first. See where you want it, the size, make it as closely as possible as you can, center it like I said, and then you ungroup it. That way I can group the words as it's in the curve. And then once I'm done with that, I can adjust everything accordingly. So sometimes I'll have to move it a little bit to the left or right. I'll have to kind of rotate a little bit to see where it goes, and then I can group the whole thing and make it bigger. This is kind of the best way that you can do it, especially when it comes to this. And even with, you'll find this a lot with script fonts. Try and play around with different fonts and see which ones curve easily and which ones don't. I did briefly explain this in my floppy hat tutorial because I did curve the text in that and I had to really adjust that. And I'll link the card right here so you guys can see that. That is basically how you curve text in Cricut Design Space, both ways. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you loved this tutorial. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click my subscribe button to see more videos like this. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye!